Designers often assume collaboration requires a single, unified dashboard. The logic goes that everyone needs to see everything, every chat bubble, alert, and notification badge, until the screen wipes clean. But in high-stakes civic coordination, raw transparency creates friction. Flooding volunteers with the full operational context of a project induces threshold anxiety. The cognitive load of seeing the entire machine at work can cause potential participants to freeze, while active members face immediate scope creep. The Seven Hills Civic Platform solves this by eliminating the shared workspace. Instead, operations are routed through the My Impact feed, located on tab 2 of the application. The system operates on an asymmetric dual-surface model. There is no single room where everyone gathers. Instead, the software maintains two separated interfaces. To prevent cognitive overload, the UI is structurally aligned with actual operational responsibility. Information is only exposed when a user has a specific duty to act on it. These two distinct surfaces are called briefing and huddle. Briefing handles readiness and consent, while huddle handles live logistics. Users cannot choose their surface. The interface derives from a mathematical matrix running beneath the platform. The x-axis tracks the mission stage, ignition, airlock, and in progress. The y-axis tracks the human role, from steward down to commenter. Their intersection dictates the surface. A steward in an active mission lands in one bucket, a backup at ignition in another. By mapping the user's role against the exact state of the project, the system removes the noise of irrelevant notifications. Users receive only the specific tools and context required for safe action in that precise moment. We can see this routing logic in action when a user clicks on an active mission, referred to as a spark, from their impact feed. Before rendering, the server initiates a lookup called getMemberImpactItemById. It evaluates the user against a 7-level priority chain. A Priority 1 steward routes directly to the logistics view. All other crew members are directed to the briefing surface. Hard-coding this divergence at the server level mechanically enforces the chain of command. The system delivers a unique application state tailored to the user's verified role. The briefing surface is the member-facing domain. It is built for readiness, duty, and consent. It operates on an architectural mandate known as the calm rule. This means hiding operational details from low-intent users through progressive disclosure. Looking at this interface wireframe, we see Layer 1. This top section is permanently visible to all users. It displays a bold mission title, a status badge explaining the current stage, and a short summary of the objective. The lower sections, Layers 2 and 3, which contain crew summaries and safety risks, are dynamic, expanding or collapsing based on the user's commitment. A passive pledger sees a collapsed summary-only view. A locked-in crew member receives an expanded context detailing their specific duties and safety parameters. The mechanism driving this commitment sits at the bottom of the briefing surface, the stage-aware action bar. As the mission hits the airlock boundary, the action bar transforms. It moves from a passive availability toggle to a demand for explicit consent, requiring the user to physically confirm their place. The briefing surface functions as a consent engine. It graduates a user from abstract interest to verified commitment without overwhelming them with data they do not yet need. For the person leading the operation, the system provides Huddle, the steward-facing logistics and command center. This command interface is built around 3 core components: the Civic Gantry header, the roster grid for personnel, and the vertical system log for events. The roster grid utilizes anti-vanity design. Instead of human photos, the grid renders archetype animal emojis, like the fox or the badger, derived from the user's original onboarding profile. Stripping away human faces in a live operations view reduces unconscious bias. It shifts focus entirely to the functional capability of the team members present. Directly below the roster grid sits the system log. There is a strict rule governing this space. The system log is completely devoid of chat threads or free text messaging capabilities. It is an immutable, read-only ledger of hard operational events. It records exact check-ins, the sharing of safety assessments, and any roster changes. Prioritizing this immutable ledger over a standard chat room prevents essential logistics from being buried under community conversation. Huddle succeeds by providing the steward with pure operational reality. The management of the mission is entirely decoupled from social noise. How does an asymmetric interface maintain continuity when leadership breaks down or needs to transfer? The system handles this through an edge case state known as baton pass pending, the moment a steward steps down and a designated deputy must take over. When this transfer initiates, the experience splits. On the left, the departing steward's view shifts into a grayed-out handover state, while the deputy's standard interface drops away to reveal a new command screen. The platform explicitly rejects using chaotic push notifications or chat tags to execute this power transfer. Instead, the system alters durable database state. This triggers a silent revalidation process that immediately alters the deputy's internal routing. The deputy's briefing screen falls away. The system promotes them into a restricted, read-only huddle to review the live mission logs. Inside this read-only interface, the deputy sees a prominent gold thread banner containing a single, explicit action button: Assume Stewardship. If conditions deteriorate beyond repair during a mission, Command has access to a final crisis override, the safety halt. Activating this kill switch instantly drops a bright signal-orange solid block over the entire interface, locking the screen entirely. It displays an urgent halt warning across all active surfaces, regardless of the user's role. Interface design is governance. By mathematically separating readiness from logistics, the architecture proves you can engineer high-stakes civic action that prioritizes contributive justice over panic theater.